The United States is nowhere near prepared for the dangerous multi-threat environment it's facing.
The public has no idea how great the threats are.
The homeland, if there's a conflict, is not going to be a sanctuary anymore, and the first attacks will likely be in the cyber domain, and they will be incredibly disabling.
The public is essentially clueless about the massive cyber attacks that could be launched any day by our adversaries, not just nation states, but rogue actors as well.
The report warns a cyber war with China or Russia would be devastating. America's critical infrastructure would come under attack, possibly cutting off power, water, transportation, and financial systems, and shutting down the supply chain. The report states major war would affect the life of every American in ways we can only begin to imagine.
Pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack.
Dude, if things go sideways, it's not safe anywhere. We have to understand that this society that we have that stays civil and beautiful and and equitable, and we have all this change that's happening in the world, this is only possible if you can get goods and services to people and if people have access to information. It is not hard to shut that off. If the power went out in this country, if someone attacked the grid and just destroyed our power grid and destroyed our satellites, if there was a coordinated effort by multiple superpowers to just destroy our satellites, destroy our grid, we would be in chaos quickly.
Pretty fast,
Quickly, very quickly. And then if it lasts too long and there's some sort of a hostile military takeover of the country, all of a sudden you live in a world that's unrecognizable.
It would be the worst nightmare, folks. You'd be better off to be incinerated with a nuclear warhead than to live after an EMP attack. Why do I say that? Because you're still alive, but there's no life. You're back to the 1600s. No technology at all. Nothing. No way to pump water, no electricity, no utilities of any kind, no food, no transportation, no trucks hauling food, no farmers, tractors not moving, nothing. No food processing companies still operating.
Someone wrote me over the weekend saying, well, I'll have solar panels and everything. I'll have electricity. I said, no, you won't, because
all your gadgets will be fried.
Well, but the circuit boards that process the electrical from the solar panel to your household grid, they're fried.
Yes, and all your gadgets in your house are fried.
Yeah.
Everything electrical is fried. You're not fried, the gadgets are fried. Well, you think, well, we'll get it fixed. Well, how are you going to fix it when nothing works?
And guess where all the circuit boards and transformers
from China.
Yes.
Our electrical grid can't be fixed because all the parts come from China. And China's just going to sit back and watch us starve. Years ago, James Woolsey, former CIA director, told me, and this was a personal conversation I had with him, he said that within 1 year, 90% of the American people would be dead. Not from the blast, but from the implosion of society. The lack of food, a lack of water, the lack of medical care, the lack of heat, just the chaos, the crime. The CIA expects 90% of the population to die within 12 months after an EMP attack. That's what I think the Russians have threatened to deliver to the United States. It'll be the worst nightmare. You don't want to live in that world. And there's no way out. There's no place to go. Canada's going to be taken out. Mexico's going to be taken out. Where are you going to go? You're going to walk on foot? What are you going to eat? What are you going to drink? How long can you walk to get to South America? This is the nightmare that we would have.
Yes, the one thing that's kind of preserved the North American continent for now centuries is the fact that we've got two great big oceans on both sides of the continent. That's kind of protected us. But in an EMP, it becomes our prison.
Yes. We're boxed in.
We can't go anywhere.
We don't have any place to go.
Washington, a big warning on Capitol Hill yesterday from FBI Director Christopher Wray about possible hacking attacks by the Chinese government. He said China could target our infrastructure, causing potentially catastrophic damage. Nicole Skanga has more now from Washington.
China has shown
It will make us pay.
FBI Director Christopher Wray delivered this warning on Capitol Hill.
China's hackers are positioning on American infrastructure in preparation to wreak havoc and cause real-world harm to American citizens.
Cautioning Chinese hackers are aiming to infiltrate the nation's pipelines, water treatment plants, transportation system, and even the U.S. power grid.
Imagine not one pipeline, but many pipelines disrupted. Telecommunications going down so people can't use their cell phone. People start getting sick from polluted water. Trains get derailed. This is truly an everything, everywhere, all at once scenario. And it's one where the Chinese government believes that it will likely crush American will for the U.S. to defend Taiwan in the event of a major conflict there.